Turn it up.
Alright, how you doing, Final Wordians? My name is Lee Boy. You're listening and watching Lee's Final Word. Today we're going to get into a Flash video. If you like this video, hit the comment section below. Smash that liking button. And don't forget to subscribe, alright? Hit the notification bell so that way you stay up on all the latest and greatest when it comes to Lee's Final Word. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Oh my goodness. Oh man, where do I begin? Last night's episode was probably the best episode they had so far thus this season. Okay, season 4 hasn't been hitting all cylinders with a lot of fans. People are still irritated at the whole Savitar thing from season 3. Hopefully that this episode was able to regain some of you guys. Some of you guys out there probably saying, hell no, Lee, I'm done. I'm not watching The Flash no more. I gave up. If I had to tell everybody to start watching The Flash, it would be this episode here. Because it stayed away from the one thing I think is killing The Flash. Villains of the Week. Villains of the Week is hurting this show so badly. It needs a linear story straight ahead. It doesn't need every week Barry following the Smallville pattern of having someone to face every week. Every week, Barry has to fight somebody, and it's the villain of the week. First season was okay. I was okay with it the first season. Second season, but second season was good because a lot of those episodes, had Zoom in it, which was okay. But honestly, The Flash needs to stay away from this villain of the week stuff. They got to get away from that. Well, technically, let me go back. They were looking for the people that got hit by the dark matter that was on the bus. They track down this detective who used to work with Barry. They track him down. Him and Barry has issues. It stems from them in the past. They found out he was exposed to the dark matter and that his cells are able to stretch. Okay? Elongated Man. Comic books, you don't know about him, go look him up. Elongated Man. DC actually has 2 characters who can actually stretch, which is Elongated Man and Plastic Man. Okay? While Marvel has Mr. Fantastic. The Elongated Man, who got hit by the dark matter from the bus that day when Barry came out of the Speed Force. Him and Barry has issues because he's a corrupted cop. Okay, they try to hash things out and try to work together, but it's such a raw ordeal that Barry doesn't want to go into. Barry's kind of blinded the whole episode that everybody that got hit on that bus that day with the dark matter, they're evil. That's in Barry's eyes, they're evil, they're no good. And they can't change, and this guy is no different because he's a crooked cop. Doesn't want to give him a fair chance, doesn't want to give him a second chance. He's like, the hell with it. So as time goes on during this episode, you learn that the guy is actually good. You learn that Joe's Buttermilk is pregnant, which you already know that if you've been keeping up with it. She's pregnant. He tells everybody in the weird way he tells everybody. He does it at the end, but I'm not going to get into that. You'll probably see a picture up. So he finally comes around. The Elongated Man finally comes around, and him and Barry buries the hatchet, and they finally work things out. Okay, we have one of my favorite things going on in the episode is Gypsy. Gypsy comes and, with her father, like any good man that wants to protect his buttermilk daughter, gonna do what you gotta do, but he's hunting down Cisco the whole episode. That was funny. Cisco tries to outsmart him, but he knows like this guy's a tracker of trackers, okay? You find out that Gypsy actually works for her father. He's actually the guy that's employing Gypsy to do the bounty hunting work that she does. Okay, so you find out about that on Earth 19. That's what's going on. This is going down. He's like one of the best, and he finally accepts Cisco in this episode, okay? We finally learned Gypsy's real name. I'm not going to tell you that. Go watch the episode. But if you're not going to watch it for the buttermilk. Come on now. But anyway, we get into at the end when Barry goes and talks to Elongated Man about who contacted you to deal with the mayor. Because in this week's episode, again, there's no villain of the week. Okay, I can't call the guy that's running for mayor the villain of the week when he can't touch the Flash. He has no powers whatsoever. He's just a low-level scumbag of a former cop turned politician. Okay, he's not touching the Flash. But Elongated Man gives Barry a clue on who was the person that contacted him. And he only spoke over the phone. And the man's name is DeVoe. Okay? Bell Bib DeVoe. Alright? Poison. Now, anyway, it's DeVoe. And DeVoe is the one that contacted the Elongated Man. Now, what's crazy about this whole thing is that they don't show him. The whole episode, they do not show Clifford DeVoe in it. He's not in this episode at all. So that gives it even more of nostalgia, because Barry starts to backtrack in his mind what happened in last season with what Savitar said, which I think is a great nod to last season, because you had a lot of questions, because they was like, you can tell they were really shying away from really talking about last season. It's like they threw it under the rug, but he kind of gave the answer away. And where did that come from? So now Barry has a clue. It's DeVoe. He knows. And he knows that at the very end of this episode, and they better touch on it next episode. Now, if I had to give this episode a rating, I would have to give this episode to me. I don't know where it ranks with you guys, because you guys are hard out there. You guys are extremely hard. Okay, I read every comment. If you know me, if you know anything about Lee's Final Word, I read every single comment. And you guys are extremely hard out there on some of these episodes. If I'm not liking it, or if I need to, have fun at some expense, which this platform kind of gives me, I'd probably be pissed off too. But while I'm making videos, if I see something funny, I laugh at it. Okay, and a lot of times I'll be having fun just watching these episodes. That's the reason why I make them, because maybe you have fun with me when you see the reactions, or when I'm doing reviews and I start making jokes about stuff. But that's really what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of these episodes be corny as hell, but I try to find something in it, to have fun with it. But if I had to rate last night's episode, or whenever you're watching this, if I had to rate the episode, I'd give it about a 7. I'd give it a 7. It's a solid 7. Okay, it's not super, super great. I mean, you can give it lower than that, but I give it a solid 7, because I felt like had they added a little bit more stuff talking about DeVoe, and a little bit more mystery to that, it would have been way more than a 7. It probably would have been up there, but I'll give it a 7. What do you guys give it? How did you guys like this week's episode of The Flash? All right, now hit the comment section below, smash that liking button, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to check out my previous videos. Make sure you share this on social media if you can, okay? Get it into the hands of these real Flash fans and these comic book fans and things of that nature of the superhero genre, okay? I got an announcement that's going to be coming up soon, so stay tuned for that, all right? And with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.